Hi friends, today I am going to teach you about synchrotron radiation. Before going to synchrotron radiation, let us know about cyclotron radiation. A cyclotron is a type of particle accelerator invented by Nest O. Lawrence in 1929 to 1930 at California University, and he has patented that synchrotron radiation in 1932. A cyclotron accelerates charged particles outwards from the center along a spiral path. Cyclotron accelerates the particle in a spiral since magnetic field is constant. The synchrotron principle was invented by Vladimir Vikler in 1944. Edwin Macmillan constructed the first electron synchrotron in 1945 in order to speed in order to increase the speed of the electron. Synchrotron adjusted the magnetic field to keep the particle in a circular orbit. Synchrotron radiation is electromagnetic energy emitted by charged particles that are moving at a speed close to that of light when their path are altered as by the magnetic field. Synchrotron radiation is an extremely powerful source of X-ray. The X-ray are produced by high energy electrons as they circulate around the synchrotron. The entire world of synchrotron since depend on one physical phenomenon. When moving electron changes direction, it emits energy. Synchrotron radiation is the electromagnetic radiation when emitted by charged particles travel in a curved path. Okay, these are the some important points of the synchrotron radiations. And this is the historical background, and this picture indicates your synchrotron radiation chambers. And synchrotron radiation was named after its discovery in a General Electric synchrotron accelerator built in 1946 and announced by May 1947 by Frank Elder. This is the worldwide synchrotron facilities. In India also there is a synchrotron facilities to increase the speed of the electron. Synchrotron design and its essential components. This is the schematic representation of your synchrotron design and its essential components. Here one is a microtron, and microtron gun. Inside a microtron generates electrons. Inside this it generates electrons, radio waves, then accelerate the electrons to an energy level of 22 MeV. This is number 2 is nothing but this is booster ring. The electrons enter a booster ring where magnets force them to travel in a circular path, and radio waves accelerates electrons to 800 MeV. And this is the storage ring. Storage ring is nothing but the electron beam travel to a storage ring where it races around 5 hours reaching 2.5 GeV. This is the bending magnet. This is the bending magnet is nothing but bending magnet adjusts the path of the electron beam to keep inside the storage ring. And this is the wigglers or undulators. This is nothing but this wiggler and undulators forced to emit a concentrated beam of light. And this is radio frequency cavities. Radio frequency cavity add energy to the circulating electrons to replace the energy that was lost as light. And this is the beam line, or you can call it as experimental station. The light travel down a beam line which sends the beam to the experimental station where optic focus or filter the light to allow scientists to investigate their samples. This is the detection of synchrotron radiation. The synchrotron radiation detected at experimental stations. Each experimental station has three areas. One is control cabin, one control cabin, experimental hutch, and optics hutch. Optics hutch, as X-ray beam passed through the optics hutch, it is focused and filtered. Experimental hutch. In this hutch, rays strike the mounted sample. This interaction gives the detailed structure of the sample. Control cabin. In control cabin, the scientist control the experiment, monitor and analyze the data which is given by the experimental hutch. These are the properties of synchrotron radiation, that is the high intensity, continuous spectrum, excellent collimation, low emittance, pulsed polarizations, etc. This is the some sort of a small figure how the synchrotron radiations takes place. These are the advantages of synchrotron radiation. An example, the intensity of synchrotron X-ray is more than 1,000,000 times higher that of X-ray from a conventional X-ray tube. Experiments that took a month to complete can now be done in only a few minutes. With synchrotron radiation, molecular structure that once baffled researchers can now be analyzed preciously, and this process has opened up many new research fields over the last few years. These are the major applications, that is life sciences, that is protein and large molecules, etc. Liga based microfabrication, drug discovery and research, X-ray lithography, and analyzing chemicals to determine their composition, observing the reaction of living cells to drugs, inorganic material, crystallography and microanalysis, fluorescence studies, semiconductor materials analysis and the structural studies, geological material analysis, medical imaging, particle therapy to treat some forms of cancer. And this conclude the topic synchrotron radiation. Thank you.